healthy heart and no coronary disease. Here's more of that news conference.
Nicely like that. Next week should be no problem.
Doctor, this was a stress-related incident then?
Well, it's really difficult to say, to just pinpoint on just one factor, but we all have stress, but sometimes we have to entertain the possibility of that stress being a possibility. But again, for me to say that's the only one factor, no, it's not.
What is the official when he's going to leave the hospital? Any idea when he's going to actually leave the hospital?
Again, that's up to Dr. Rosen. He's in the intensive care unit and just had an angiogram, and under Dr. Rosen's discretion, that will be up to him.
Mrs. Hodgman, can you come to the microphone if you don't mind, or do you want the doctor to talk first? Okay,
Dr. Rosen, if you don't mind, sir.
Thank you, Dr.
Okay.
This is Dr. Rosen.
Would you mind telling us, doctor, in your best guesstimate, how long your patient is going to be at this hospital? When do you think he'll be able to leave?
He should be out of here and back to work in the very near future.
Tomorrow? Thursday? Friday, Monday, Tuesday? What, doctor?
Essentially, he had some chest discomfort, and there were some abnormalities on his EKG, and we were suspect that he might have a heart problem. And he's been thoroughly evaluated, and he has normal coronary arteries, normal heart muscle, and really has no evidence of any heart disease.
What was the
so with that knowledge, we're going to be able to get him back to work very rapidly.
Doctor, in layman's terms, why was he
able to go home tonight?
Pardon?
Will he be able to go home tonight from the hospital, doctor?
No, he won't go home tonight, but shortly.
Would we see him in court as early as Monday, doctor, since that tends to be the interest in Mr. Hodgman's health, when we would actually see him doing what he does in court?
We'll get him out very quickly. I just can't say specifically about Monday.
If I may, Mr. Hodgman, the stress that he is under, is it your recommendation that he stay away from the courtroom for a few days, even when he's released from this hospital, considering what has happened?
Well, I think he'll have a few days off, but he should be able to get back 100%.
Once he's back, doctor, how could he live or work differently to prevent this from happening again?
Well, I think that's a very good question, and those are some of the things he'll look into and has to deal with.
Dr. Rosen, can we ask Mrs. Hodgman? I mean, she knows him better than you. If I may be so bold as to say, Mrs. Hodgman, if you don't mind coming to the microphone and describe how your husband is feeling, and just kind of take us through the moments when you got the call and up to what it is right now.
And what's your first name?
My first name is Janet. Thank you. Bill's spirits are good. He's feeling well. I don't think he quite understands what has hit him yet. He is a guy that always gives 110%. You all know that. He wants the community to be, all communities of all colors to be well represented. That is this man's true commitment in life. He needs to distance himself just a little bit from what's going on. The doctors need to have a few more hours to make sure that he's okay. There'll be some pressure management, if you will. Bill is an avid, committed trier. He's a phenomenal lawyer. You all know that.
Was there any sense that this was coming on?
Yes, there was some sense that this was coming, which is why I was not so scared about the cardiology problems. Yeah, he's been having sleeplessness. When comments get made, like the lawyers are going to burn midnight oil, the midnight oil has been constantly burned. It has always been constantly burned.
Mrs. Hodgman, can you go into his work schedule? We were told this morning by his friends that he's been working 7 days a week.
I heard Norm Shapiro speak this morning, and I thought he was a wonderful spokesman, and Norm Shapiro is a man of heart. And he was very candid, and I thought he spoke well.
At any point did you tell him with your husband engaging in this court case for another 6 months? We just
I hope it's another 4 months. I am concerned. I'm also an avid team player. The two of us are addicted to that sort of thing.
At any point did you tell him, look, why don't you slow down, why don't you take a few days off, you're going to get yourself worked up?
Any of you that, cover any tough stories when you're committed and you're needed, you don't back out and take a couple of days off. You stay in there and try also, or you wouldn't all be in the positions that you're in. So, my work is also very demanding, and Bill and I both know the only way to get out of the pressure is to go do the work.
When you were listening yesterday in court and you heard Judge Ito say what he said and you saw your husband react the way he did, what did you say to yourself?
I didn't see it yesterday. I don't get to watch television very often, I'm afraid to say.
Did you hear about
and it's not because I'm at the market all the time either. But I I guess unfortunately I'm so close to him that some of our friends were picking up on a little bit of discoloration a couple of days before, and I was not. He's been having some sleep problems.
What do you do for a living, ma'am?
I'm a court reporter.
Court reporter. Where at? Mrs. Hodgman, can you tell me, was he allowed to watch any of the proceedings today?
Under my orders, no.
That was your orders, not the doctor's orders?
I didn't ask the doctor for their orders on that.
Anything like this ever happened to him before?
No.
No, just today.
Bill Hodgman is a man that, believe me, handles stress phenomenally. Anybody else would have done this about 3 months ago.
Is there anything that you think that really did it, that really put him over the edge on this? Anything that someone might have said, just a constant buildup, the pressure?
I think a constant buildup, and there are specific things that I opine, but anybody who knows me knows that I don't pretend to hold Bill Hodgman's opinions when I speak, and there are 6 or 7 things that I could point to, none of which are appropriate to talk about.
Mrs. Hodgman, when do you want to see him back in court? When do you feel it's safe for him to be back in court? What do you say today?
Knowing Bill, he'll want to get back sooner than I want him to get back. I'll guess for you. You guys like that kind of stuff.
What do you guess?
I'm guessing Monday. I would like to see him take another week off. He needs some time.
Ma'am, he had been ill several times before during this case. Is there any connection with that?
Totally unrelated. Totally unrelated. I don't have control of that.
Can you relate
So
to
I
the
don't know.
conversations you've had? You say he's in good spirits. Is he talking a lot? Has he been talking about the case at all, or about?
He will actually give his health away. He will take visitors. If you're a friend and you want to see him, he'll see you. I'm putting a stop to that right now. He's a guy that gives. He's an incredible person. What he did say was he knows that he's getting support from across the country. Well-wishers have phoned. 90 phone calls into our home this morning, at least. Telegrams from across the country. He's overwhelmed with appreciation. He's a sincere person, I want to tell you about.
Has he received any messages from Mr. Cochran? I know that they are close.
They are not.
Oh, that's a misnomer? They are not close?
No, he's not received any messages from Johnny.